Let's see.
Okay. So good morning, everyone. Welcome to another edition of the Youth Engagement Forum. So today we're going to focus on physical fitness, exercise, common sports injuries, and the importance of posture. And the focus, again, is on youth. So my name is Maher, and I'm a 7th grader at Odell Middle School in Bellevue. And we also have Jennifer Lee, who is also a middle schooler, and she's an avid swimmer and runner. And then we also have Dr. Tito Nasdith, who is a doctor of physical therapy from Temple University, and he has his own practice. And Dr. Dith is also very active in the community.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
So we are here at Atlas Physical Therapy, my clinic, and we mainly see patients in orthopedics. Okay. And orthopedics is working with people who have joint pain, stiffness, musculoskeletal aches. The demographics are wide range from pediatrics to geriatrics, young folks to older people, and they can come in with back pain, injuries from car accidents, hip and knee replacements, rotator cuff surgery, of that sort. Okay. And youth injuries from playing sports, athletic sports, and it can be an overuse injury as well, or ankle sprains. Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much for coming.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you're welcome.
So Jennifer, what forms of exercises are you doing daily?
So like right now, I run like for 6 to 7 miles every day, or almost every day.
That's great.
Okay. Are you on a track team for cross country, or so you're?
Actually, I'm on a swim team, but because of the current virus situation, we're not allowed to go to the pools, obviously. So I just kind of do running to keep fit.
I see. Okay. Great.
So how long are you exercising daily, Jennifer?
About an hour and a half.
And I know that since we're all at home, you might not be able to do some exercises. So what exercise do you miss the most?
Probably swimming, because I don't get a pool.
Yeah.
And besides the cardiovascular of jogging the 6 miles, what strengthening exercises and stretching exercises are you doing?
I should probably do a bit more strength exercising, but currently I also do stretching.
Okay. And you're stretching the entire leg, hamstrings, quads,
Yeah.
abs.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So now let's ask our expert, Dr. Dith. As we are growing during our teenage years, how can we make sure that our posture is good and we're not slouching? So can you give us some pointers to check ourselves for that?
Yeah, in this day and age, besides being in the classroom, we have cell phones and laptops, and it's very important that we maintain proper posture so that we don't have the neck pain or low back pain. Some cues and tips would be, one, to try to keep the back in a neutral position, sitting tall so you're not slouching or slumping. One cue is to bring the chest up. And by doing that, you're then bringing the shoulders back and you're having a slight chin tuck. Okay, so
Okay.
Jennifer, you want to try that? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and then that allows more of the spine, the vertebrae to be more in alignment, one block over another. If we slouch, lean forward, well, the weight of our head can be, 8 pounds, and the muscles then will have to work harder to keep the head in alignment, holding that position, and those muscles tend to fatigue quickly, and then you can start having some neck aches and pains, and the muscles tighten up. So, yeah, so whether in a seated position or a standing position, you want to maintain that upright posture and use your eyes to look down or position ergonomically the laptop so that you're not having to tilt your head.
Okay. So Dr. Div, please suggest some exercises that young people can do at home in quarantine to strengthen their core.
Okay, so the core, you have the diaphragm top, you have the deep transverse abdominis, the abdominal muscles, you have the obliques on the sides, and then you have some posterior muscles, and then you have the glutes on the bottom. So all that is contained into this core box area, and you want to maintain that stability throughout, with your daily activities, whether it's running or sitting. And now the strengthening exercises, you can start with some basic bridging and modified planks, and
Wait, what are modified planks?
So here is a mat, and let's see if I could put my phone down here. Let's see. All right. Hopefully you can see that.
Yes.
Mat. Okay, let's see. So here we go. All right. So modified, instead of a full plank, you're on your knees and elbows, and you can start flat and then come up onto your forearms and knees, and you want to pull your belly button up towards the spine, elongating the low back, and that'll give the stability of your core. And then while you're in this position, you can take some deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. And by doing that, you'll engage those deep core muscles. So you're going deep in through the nose, like you're smelling some flowers. So, and then out through the mouth, such as blowing out some candles. And you can do, to your tolerance, you can do first 2 breaths. And with each breath, you're tucking in the abdominals, pulling that belly button up towards the spine. So, and you can do about, like I said, 2 breaths, and then rest a moment, and then continue, and you can do 10 of these at one time, one sitting. And then the side planks, again, modified, you can do with knees bent, forearm down, and then you bring up and breathe in. And you might want to do 5 on each side, okay?
Okay.
So those are the planks. Now so you got the sides and you got the front. Now for the posterior and the bottom part, you can do some bridges. And bridges, you're on your back, knees bent, feet shoulder width apart, hands down, and you're lifting up the hips, tightening the glutes, and you'll feel the muscles of the posterior aspect from the calves, hamstrings, glutes, and back muscles. Okay?
Okay.
Now, those are, just a few more basic ones that you can do. There are more advanced ones.
Is normal plank okay? I don't know.
The normal plank, yeah, it's all dependent on how your body reacts to the exercises. If you don't have pain and you're not shaking while maintaining the plank position, then yes, a normal plank is great. And you can do a plank challenge if you want to really work your core and entire body. There's a 3-way plank that I like to do. And this one is with a full plank. And you can start with holding at the full position for a 5-second count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you go halfway and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then all the way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you can imagine if you did that 10 times daily, you'll get really strong, and you can progress from 5-second holds to 7, and then jump to 10, and later 15 seconds or so, and so on.
Okay.
Welcome. Any other questions?
So because of our posture, teenagers frequently deal with back pain and like upper and lower with neck pain. So can you suggest some exercises or solutions for that?
Yeah, so there are stretches that you can do that can help with the pain. Sometimes it's a matter of the muscles being tight. Okay, so the neck stretches, I'll do it on this mat. You can do it in seated position or standing position. But for this video, I'll just stay right here. And so for the upper traps, these muscles here, we can just tilt our head ear to shoulder. And Jennifer, you can try this. And Mayor, you can also try it.
Okay.
Right? Okay. And then you can reach down with the arm. So I'm stretching this side. So I'm pulling that arm down towards the ground and bringing my ear towards my left shoulder. And you control how much of a stretch. And you want to hold that for a 30-second count. And you don't want pain, you just want a gentle, good stretch. If you feel pain, then back off a bit, okay?
Okay.
And so that's the upper traps. And then this other stretch where you're looking down at either your armpit or your hip, that's gonna stretch out the levator scapula, which attaches to the neck and the shoulder. So try that one. So I'm bringing my chin towards my armpit or towards the hip. And then the arm still is reaching down. And that's a little more posteriorly. And if you want, if you want to control that shoulder blade a little bit more, you can put your arm behind. And if you wanted even more of a stretch, you can put your hand at the back of your head. So are you feeling that? So make sure you're looking at the opposite side. So if your right arm is behind your back, you're turning your head and bring your chin towards the left side, okay? And your hand of the left hand is holding the back of your head and gently pulling down. Do you feel that?
Yeah.
Okay. And for that first exercise, you can also have your hand and get a slight tension pull if you needed more of a stretch. And it's very important that you're not pulling so hard, overstretching the tissues where you have some pain or burning sensation, because then the muscles will react in tightening up and it will defeat the purpose of the stretch.
Okay.
Okay.
So that's some simple exercises for the neck. You can do what's called a doorway stretch to open up the pecs, the chest muscles, because we tend to be in this curled up position on the computer or a phone, and if we can open up the chest, you'll be in a better alignment, okay? So this doorway stretch, you're placing your hands up, step in with one foot, and then gently lean forward until you feel a stretch. Now, are you seeing that? Okay. If you want, you can also do it where you're stretching one side. So you're stepping in, and then what you can do is rotate away from that arm. So you turn your body away. And so you're feeling it here, but you can also, if it's uncomfortable at that height, then you can place your hands below And again, holding for about 30 seconds is a good amount.
Okay.
Gently. So that's some of the upper body stretches. Now for the low back, lower body, you can do some trunk rotation. So you can do rotation to one side, and again, you can do it in sitting in a chair. To me is preferable, but you can also do it at a mat, and you can turn, look over your shoulder, and hold, and then do the same on the other side. You can add your leg crossing over so that you're getting some of the glutes and ITB, iliotibial band. Okay.
Yeah, that's great.
And you can do a lower trunk rotation to get some mobility in the low back spine. So you can put your feet together and then gently swing your legs back and forth. So that will keep your spine mobile. Another one for more of the thoracic and neck, and well, throughout the whole spine, is the cat and camel. Some call it cat and cow. And this one, you're in quadruped on all fours, hands underneath shoulder, knees under hips, and you're creating a hump. And you can hold that for about 10 seconds. And then going the other way, where it's head and tail towards one another. Again, for 10 seconds. And you can go back and forth about 10 times, and that'll give that mobility of the spine.
Okay. Thank you so very much, Dr. Dith and Jennifer, for coming and giving us your suggestions. And I'm sure that peers watching will find your advice very useful. And thank you so much for coming.
You're welcome. It's my pleasure. Anytime.
You're welcome.
All right. Be healthy. Be safe.
Thanks.
Happy exercising.